Russell Wilson did. He more than doubled the rushing yardage of Mike Davis, who finished second. And Mike Davis didn't begin the year on Seattle's roster. They went through a number of runners this season, none of them that fit and really hit. Chris Carson, they thought, was going to be the guy who got hurt early in the year, but they definitely have to find a running game and get back to playing that Seattle football of run first and let Russell Wilson take over from there.
On first down, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dalvin Tomlinson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. On second down, Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's Wilson to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 45 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Well, before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
A giant first down, Manning to an open Beckham. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Manning. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes right side. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Orleans Darkwa, 50 yards. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Rosas to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Rosas now to kick this one away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Olivier Vernon in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Here's Carson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Wilson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And down inside the 15 he goes. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now it's Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. B.J. Goodson with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. So after the INT, it's Manning. It's caught by OBJ. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Well, that's the kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right around the 26. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Throwing on first down is Manning. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. From midfield, here's Manning. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now Wilson on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Manning. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the... Oh, wide open, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run with Darkwa. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Manning to throw on second down. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Tyler Lockett now with a return. Bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Now Wilson throwing again. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for. And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Wilson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Damon Harrison with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. In motion is the tight end Graham. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions, that confident veneer that you have. It's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To throw is Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He's now thrown 4 interceptions, and I hate to mention this, but he's a guy that has twice thrown 5 in his career in a single game.
Hard to believe, isn't it? And the tough part is, playing in this NFL, you don't normally just back off totally from throwing the football, do you? So potential exists for that 5th one to occur.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now Darquan. Space to run past the 20. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Orleans Darquan, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's able to put it through. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. It's caught, Lockett. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Wilson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Olivier Vernon in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. Now the Giants are going to get the football back. That's another mistake.
Eliminate, get paid. Hold up, wait. Like I missed. Talking with them.